What's up guys, welcome back to another Photos Code video. In this video we're taking a look into the implementation of Design.md files for generative UI design orchestration with AI. Here we'll go into the topics like what is Design.md file, why is Design.md file introduced, starting off with the problem, how is it beneficial for us, how can we use them in our design workflow. In this channel we discuss and learn new skills around the topics of design and development. If you want to grow your skills and learn new things that are coming up, please subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to smash the like button for me. This really helps me to create more content. Let's get started. First of all, let's go through what's Design.md file and how can we use it in our agentic AI design workflow. So I'm here inside of official Google Doc where they have officially open sourced the Design.md file, where it was used in AI generative design tool and application called Stitches, which helps us to export and import our design rules from project to project. So it's recently introduced around late April, and here we can see the official blog where it says it's open source and we can use it across our platforms. So first of all, I would like to take you through this particular Fig Jam where we'll be discussing about what's Design.md file and how it works behind the scene. So Design.md files was introduced by Google Stitches, which uses plain markdown file to describe design patterns, colors, typography, spacing, components, and hands it to AI agent so that it can generate consistent UIs. There's no Figma plugin, no JSON schema, just markdown file, and the agent reads before it writes first line of code. Well, we have this particular diagram here which helps us to further understand how Design.md file works. For example, we are using Google Stitches for our generative UIs, and also we are using Design.md files, which is the specification that helps us to build consistent UIs through agentic LLMs. And with this Design.md files in place, we can import this particular or place it inside of a code repository. Nowadays, a lot of code repositories do have Design.md files placed in. So these code repositories will access these particular design files. Let's suppose we are using Cloud Code to have our generative UIs. It reads our Design.md files and generates the UIs. Also, for example, we are using Cursor or Windsurf for any UI generative design tools, then it reads the Design.md files, which consist of the design patterns, colors, typography, spacing, components, and so that AI can generate consistent UIs. And this particular Design.md files lives inside of our root project. For example, as you can see, Design.md files stays in our root project right in here. Also, we can see Cloud.md, which is helpful for the cloud to take a reference on how to code our application. And also, probably if you're using Cursor, we will have .cursor rules as well. So I have added a couple of useful links so we can get into these links as well. For example, getdesign.md is also one of the great tools that's out there, which has a lot of curated brands, and it also have the Design.md file specs for these particular brands. For example, let's take a look into Airbnb. So as you can see, we can also hit the command and paste get design at latest, add Airbnb into our project so that we can use this Design.md file for our UI work. So you can see this preview of how this particular Airbnb design looks like using their particular specs. We can access this particular Design.md files inside of here. So let's go ahead and click it, and we can see all the elements that we have in the Design.md files. For example, the primary colors, primary active, the muted colors, body, and all the colors, typography, spacings, the rounded corners, and also the components are here. and also we can see different specifications like what's the brand color and what's the purpose of its use as well. So these are all inside of this Design.md file, so that we could generate consistent UIs across the agentic UI generated AI tools out there. So another great resource that we could take a reference to is this particular repository, which consists of a lot of empty files where we can use it for our purpose. And this is open source, and we can see there are a collection for the platforms, that's AI and LLM platforms, developer tools, backend database, and design and creative tools, crypto industries, e-commerce, and a lot more. So I'll be linking these links down below, where you can also take a reference to. And also we have this new form.ai, which helps us to design web and mobile interfaces with the design systems. I haven't signed in. We will definitely go ahead and sign this one out so that we could see it in action. And as you can see, we have a lot of curated resources where we can access with the tags like animated, WebGL, 3JS, effects, bento UI grid, or sections, and a lot more. And let's go ahead and click on one of it. For example, we can click on this particular Orchestrate enterprise data orchestration, and here we can see the generated styles, which is right in here, which is typography, which is inter and primary colors, secondary colors, what's the layout that's used, what are the buttons that's used, what are the iconography, spacings, scales, and elevation, shadows, shapes that's used. And we can also get this particular Design.md files by clicking on this particular button, which is after clicking on it, we'll get a downloaded version of Design.md files inside of our local machine. And let's go ahead and visit Stitches, and inside Stitches, let's go ahead and build our first generative UI design with the help of Design.md files. For example, we can write a prompt where it would definitely generate us some interfaces, but what we want to do is we want to go ahead and click on Start with your design. So after clicking on it, we'll see this particular prompt where we could paste in the Design.md files right in here, or drag and drop the files. So probably we can just stick with the file that we already downloaded. Let's go ahead and click on upload the Design.md files. Let's hit on continue. So create a design system using this. Probably we will rephrase this particular line and call it please generate website for my coffee shop using the design system, using design system in the file enterprise data orchestration, which we previously downloaded. You can definitely check out these resources to access your Design.md files, and obviously we are sticking with this, and let's go ahead and press enter. And behind the scene, it's reading up our tokens that we defined in our Design.md files, which we previously downloaded, and it's building up the UIs. With this workflow, what we can achieve is consistent results, where it will these tokens that are defined inside of Design.md files will help us to shape the design that's output with this particular generative UI tool that we're using. If we take a look, it's generating a couple of screens for us. Let's wait for the generation to complete. Well, the first iteration of design variation has been completed, and if we take a closer look, it has spit out the primary colors, which are pretty much defined in the MD file, and also secondary, tertiary, and neutral colors as well. And here we have the headlines, body, and label texts, which is also extracted from the Design.md files. And also we can see buttons, the progress bars, the labels, and the iconography. and the focus input as well. And also we can see these particular designs which is generated for my coffee shop, which I'm not really planning to open up, but you can see a lot of things that has been defined in the Design.md files has been implemented in this particular interface. You can see the buttons are as per our definition of primary colored button, and also the typography are all exactly as described in this particular Design.md files. We could further iterate on our designs, and we could write furthermore prompts to make our website better. Please add a hero section with a coffee machine and press enter. And behind the scene, it's thinking it's also taking reference to the Design.md files. And the most good thing about this Design.md files would be if you're planning to use this inside of Stitches or inside of Claude or inside of Cursor, then you will get this consistent results, which outputs the constant interfaces for you. As you can see, we have this particular hero page where we have high quality photo of our coffee machine. Probably I assume it's using Nano Banana behind the scene. And also we are generating another iteration version of our designs with this professional looking coffee machine. All right, so it looks like it's completed, and if you take a look at it, I suppose I chose a mobile as the device, so it's giving us the mobile device designs. So if you take a look at it, already have added that particular coffee machine inside of the hero section right in here. So that's really great. If you take a look into all the specification that it has used is as per the Design.md files that we provided, which is really awesome. Also, meanwhile, we can go back to getdesign.md, and also if you want to learn more about Design.md and how the problem it solves about the different LLM and agentic AI outputting a different design themes which remain inconsistent, and we end up writing really bad options like 40 times of prompt and eating a lot of tokens. So that really helps. This Design.md file really helps in that particular case, and we can access the Design.md tokens and all the definitions inside of this particular panel, where we can click on this particular palette icon and access all the colors and tokens used. Eventually, with this approach, what we can achieve is consistent interface generation. Even if we change the different AI models or use different generative UI platforms like Cloud Design, Visual, Cloud, or Cursor, or anything similar, we can get a consistent result, which is really awesome. So guys, in this video we learned about how we can use Design.md files to generate AI designs which is consistent and fine-tuned as per our personalized brand. I hope you learned something new from this. If you want to learn more around the topics of design, development and AI, please subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to smash the like button for me. This really helps me to create more content. Thanks a lot guys. See you in the next one.